Welcome to this episode of the MYMACCPodcast, and today I am here interviewing two automotive students. So, Logan, what is the best thing about the Career Center?
I really like the environment. I've made a lot of friends here, including Emily. I've had a lot of fun throughout this year of auto, and I've learned a lot. I really wanted to learn how to work on my own cars and whatnot, and I think I've learned a lot of what I wanted to come here to get. So, yeah.
And what do you think? What is the best thing about the Career Center?
I agree with Logan for basically all of those things. The people that are in our classes are great. Our teachers are great. They're very helpful. They're not coddling you, but they're also not just blowing you off when you ask for help. They'll give you an honest answer and give you help.
Yep.
And just the environment overall, it's better than being stuck in school all day. I feel like I'm actually doing something useful with my time instead of just being stuck in a classroom, And I feel like we get a lot of hands-on work, and I really like that.
Yeah. I also really like the MACC Shack.
Me too.
It's a very nice addition to the Montcalm Area Career Center.
I enjoy the MACC Shack very much.
Yes.
How has your program helped you plan your future?
So when I joined auto, I wasn't necessarily planning on going into an automotive field, but I've always kind of held the flashlight for my dad, but I just want to know how to work on my own cars. So I'm not getting scammed, or I don't have to pay for things I don't need to pay for. And I think that everything that we've done this year, because we've been working on an engines unit, and all of the work that we've been assigned has been helping me a lot with the goals that I came in here to achieve. So I think
it's more of just to have some knowledge on cars and just kind of try it and see what more about it.
Yeah, and I think it'll be a really nice skill to have, so I can help myself and family and friends in the future. And it's something I can do with my dad as well, working on cars. Yep. So it's not so much for a career, but I feel like it's going to be very helpful throughout my life.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with her. I never really had a plan for what I wanted to do after school, and I'd always enjoyed taking trade classes and such. I'd taken welding and machining at my old school, and I figured I would really enjoy doing auto, because not only would it get me out of the school, but also I would have a skill to take with me. I like the fact that I can work on my own stuff and not have to pay somebody else to do it for me when it's something that I can do myself. And yeah, it's just a good skill. It's general knowledge that everybody should have. I feel like everybody should know how to work on their own cars.
Right.
I agree.
What is the most valuable skill you are taking at the MACC, or you've learned?
So we've done a lot. We've done a lot, from changing belts and taking tires off rims and rebuilding whole engines. But honestly, what do I think I'm going to use the most? Oil changes. They're so simple. They're so easy. But you can get scammed so hard on oil changes in places, and they're so much easier than people think, and you can get them done for so much cheaper than you pay. And also brakes. I think they're a very simple thing that costs so much to get done because people just don't know how to do them. But they're actually a really simple task that you can do yourself. And I think just those two, they were some of the easier things and less complex things that we've learned. But in the grand scheme of things, I think I'm going to use them the most because they're simple things that everybody can use in their life. So,
I definitely feel so we learned how to patch up tires.
Right.
I feel like that's a very useful skill. Very useful. Definitely brake changes, oil changes, all the fluids and stuff, which is pretty basic, but some people just don't know it.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know how to check any of my fluids when I came in.
No, a lot of people didn't know how to do that.
I had no prior
knowledge. That's another thing that I love about autos. They start from the basic level. You could know nothing about a car. Hey, look, and you still get a ton of knowledge from it.
Right.
And another thing about the oil changes and stuff and getting scammed is especially from a woman, because they a lot of times in auto shops they assume that you just are stupid and don't know anything, and you'll go in for one thing and they'll be like, oh man, we need to sell you this and this and this and this, when it's something that you totally don't need to do, or you could do it yourself. And I feel like a lot of people get scammed out of that because they are told that they need to do this, and obviously they're yeah, this is maintenance, but a lot of times it's just not needed.
A lot of places will take advantage of people who don't know what they're doing when it can be such a simple and cheap process.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll do it to get as much money out of it as possible.
Yeah. Even our teacher talked about that, and he was like, you know, like, if you guys want to be lube techs or whatever, just like, it's your choice if you want to scam the customer or not. He's like, hopefully you'll have the morals to not just scam somebody out of that.
To add on to something Emily said, like, I like the fact that when you come into auto, a lot of the kids that you're going to surround yourself with and be around, they joined auto because they like working on cars. They've been doing it. They've been working on cars. They have their own project cars. They have derby cars. They have all of these things, and they know what they're doing.
Right.
So when they come into auto, they already know a lot, but the class isn't like taught like that. They start from scratch. They come, they treat you like you're coming in with no knowledge, and they, like, not even in a mean way, they just do it because some people do come in not knowing anything, even though a lot of people don't, and it makes it very easy when you have some, like, people that understand that you're coming here to learn, not coming here to do things that you already know how to do. And it's been really helpful having a very understanding environment that we don't really know what we're doing, and it's been very helpful.
Yeah. I also love that, like, nobody in that class has ever made me feel stupid. Sometimes we'll joke around and stuff. It's whatever, like, jokes and whatever. But, like, I've never genuinely felt belittled or, like, been, like, genuinely called stupid by anybody in that class. If I don't know something, we'll just get help on it.
Yeah, I was worried about that coming in, that some of the guys, because, you know, like, stereotypical car guy. You know, I was worried that maybe they would be picking on me, because I also walked in on the first day in, like, a crop top, jeans, and a Starbucks cup. So my first thought is, these people are going to hate me. And no, but like, everybody's been very inclusive and nice, and I've never felt judged or belittled, and like, they're very supportive and understanding, and you can always ask for help, and you never have to be worried about it.
I don't know.
Should keep that in. Bloopers.
Well, thank you, and thank you for tuning in on this episode of the MYMACC Podcast.